Hello everyone, Minotaur92 here, and welcome to this new video on my channel. In this video, I'll be talking about the Spawn movie. If you're asking yourself why is the Spawn TV series here, I just want to bring it up because I believe it's actually a better version of Spawn comics. I didn't even read them, but I can say that this is a wholly better version than that movie. The movie isn't bad. You're going to hear my opinion on it. But if you want a Spawn adaptation, just go and watch it. I watched the first season, which was kind of good. It feels like very 90s, and it is because the first season, I believe, came out in 1997, which also the movie came out. So if you're interested in Spawn as a character and have the time to watch 3 seasons of this show, go out and watch it. I watched the first season and I'm going to watch the second and the third season because the first season leaves you on a bit of a cliffhanger, and it's the ending of the first season is actually the best part of the whole first season because the first season is kind of mediocre but still kind of breaking out that level of good. Then we have the guy, the man, the legend. His name is Ted McFarlane. He's the original writer of Spawn. And this guy is basically the reason why we have Spawn. And I believe we should congratulate him on that fact because that's the reason I put the Kirby with the sunglasses on. He's cool. I see a lot of people hating on him and a lot of people loving him. He's also a original writer, I believe, of the whole Venom trilogy of the movies. Also, he was one of the writers for Spider Man 3. Apart from that, this guy was approached by Columbia Pictures and they wanted to make a movie about Spawn, but he is like, I will not do that. And a couple of years later, with New Line Cinema, sold his entire rights, I believe, for Spawn character to New Line Cinema for $1 so he can have creative put on it. Then, this is the movie. Born in Darkness, Sworn to Justice. This poster looks really cool, at least to me, and gives that 90s vibe. But the beginning of the plot is basically Al Simmons gets murdered by a corrupt colleague. He makes a pact with the devil to be resurrected to see his wife Vanda again. In exchange for that, for his return, to Earth, Simmons agrees to lead Hell's army in the destruction of mankind. If that doesn't sound epic to you, I don't know what does. This movie has a really great premise because Spawn as a character has a really great premise. Spawn, or Al Simmons, was played by Michael J. White. Also, he said that he wants to be a cameo in the new Spawn reboot, but he's also the Bronze Tiger in the Batman Soul of the Dragon, which is actually a really good Batman animated film. You should definitely check it out. Apart from that, this cast includes people like Martin Sheen, and it's a crime that the only times I have seen this guy is in the Amazing Spider-Man movies and this movie and nothing else, but that's okay. Apart from that, we have John Leguizamo or something like that. Sorry for the mispronunciation. He is the clown of the Violator, and I love him. He is the best part of this movie, and I love his exchanges, how he acts, and everything around him. He's by far my favorite character, and as I said, my favorite part of this movie. Ted McFarlane is the original writer, as I said. Alan B. McElroy is the writer. He also was the writer for The Wrong Turn, original one, and the reboot, which are the best two in the franchise. And for the new movie Fracture that came out, I would believe, like 2019, and was actually a really good thriller. You should check it out. Then we have Clint Goldman. He was the producer. He also made the Disney movie The Wild, which was basically a ripoff of the Madagascar movies, and the director was Mark A. Z. Dippe, or Dip, or Dippy, I don't know how to pronounce that, but he has made, apart from Spawn, of course, made movies like the classics and the masterpieces like Marmaduke or the Garfield movies, and not the live action ones, the animated ones. There's three of them that he made, and basically he is one of the best directors ever that worked on film. I'm of course joking, but the Spawn movie is actually a really solidly kind of over brutal movie, an action flick, an 90s action flick, which, if you ask me, isn't bad. It's has a lot of flaws, of course. It has some really deep psychological themes, and then it's like, ooh, fourth of that one. And that's a problem because this movie doesn't have the tone that it wants to. It wants to be a kind of over brutal, this murder, this psychological, kind of even a thriller or something like that. But also, it's like, oh, comedy, The Violator, which is the best part of it. And I believe if they want this something like that, they basically should just focus on one thing, and that's it. 1997 was surely a fun year for superhero movies because we have gotten gems like Batman and Robin and Spawn. Also, TV series Spawn was also released in 1997, but we're not going to talk about it. I already talked about it at the beginning. So, Batman and Robin. I'm going to just touch upon it because I believe it doesn't deserve a whole video because there are a lot of them criticizing this movie. And you know what? I don't hate it. I don't even dislike it. I kind of like it. I believe Batman and Robin goes full campiness, basically full comedy, and it's even better than Batman Forever, which because that movie has like, oh, we are going to put this and we're going to put that. Basically, they have the same problem as the Spawn movie, but Batman and Robin doesn't have that problem. They go full campiness, and I fucking congratulate them on that. Spawn has the problem that Batman Forever has, and I believe that makes it so poorly received by critics and audiences alike. I am kind of surprised that this movie doesn't have like a cult following it because I see a lot of movies that do this superhero thing, kind of campiness, kind of over brutal, have this following. But for Spawn, I didn't see a single person trying to defend this movie. They're all saying, yeah, this is bad, don't watch it, this is shit. It isn't shit. People are just talking about this movie because they expected a Citizen Kane Spawn movie. Be fucking for real for 1 second, please. But if you have the time, go watch Spawn and go watch Batman and Robin because they're basically a comedy movies with a lot of fun in them, and that's basically it. So, people, thanks for watching. This outro card will probably be in every single one of my videos from now to some point where I change it. I don't know. I don't have a lot of on my mind. I have a lot of school studies to do, so you will not be hearing from me every couple of days, maybe every couple of weeks, but that's it. Thanks for watching, and as always, bye bye.